Hi there, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 18 of First Star, our Arsenal quest to win the Champions League with the club for the very first time. Of course, episode 18, we can now watch the episodes in the pub, which is nice, isn't it? Now, this episode is going to be Blackburn in the league and then Inter Milan, top of the early season, top of the table clash in their Champions League group. But since last episode, where we got off to a winning start in the Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen, just the two games, West Ham away in the league. There we go, and as you can see here, it was a 2-1 win. We dominated this game. We couldn't really take our chances, if I'm honest. The finishing wasn't great, and they scored a bit of a worldie. Aubameyang gave us the lead. They equalised, as I said, with a very special goal from the edge of the area. And then Pellegrini gave us the win in the 64th minute. And it wasn't comfortable, but we should have won by more, but we got the job done. Then we played Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup third round. You can see by the team here, it's very much an experimental team, just bench players and young players. Another good win. Pellegrini and Marin got the goals, both sort of set-piece goals, a little bit scrappy in Marin's case, just sort of a bit of a pinball in there. But again, we got the job done. We got through. That was after going behind as well, again from a corner, which is a little bit disappointing, but we've been working on that. So hopefully, that'll be the end of those problems behind us. So let's have a look at the league table. It's just the one game, so it hasn't changed too much. You can see we've got a game in hand on Liverpool, but we are equal on points with them. Liverpool has just beaten Manchester City, so there's a bit of a gap opening up there to third spot. So early season suggestions are a two-horse race, but like I said at the very start of this season, Manchester United have a really, really good team. They did sign a few players, so maybe they're taking a little bit of time to gel. But, I mean, I'm glad we have a 9-point gap, let's put it that way, because I think they're going to come roaring back at us. Let's have a look at the team we're sending up to face Blackburn. It's as you would expect, if we can get to the screen. There we go. So it's Leno in goal. It's Mustafi, Socrates, Kashoni coming in to play at the back. Tierney and Bellerin are going to play out wide, providing the width for us. Xhaka and Guendouzi were giving Milinkovic-Savic a rest for the Inter game. Mkhitaryan, again, giving a rest to... we want to play him on attack, though, I think. Giving Ozil a rest ahead of the big Inter game with Pellegrini and Lacazette up top. Again, Aubameyang, just giving him a bit of a feed up. Oh, right. Blackburn looking a little bit defensive there, aren't they? Now, let's see here. Edgert says do it for the fans. We are at home. Alright, we'll go with what he says. Where's the fans? For the favourites, he give the fans performance they're expecting. Some calm, we have faith. And so far, so good on that front. Team talk looks like it's going well. Let's hope the game goes that well as well. And here we go. Now, Blackburn, they are struggling. They're obviously a promoted team up from the Championship last season. So it's a game we should be winning. But... sometimes these ones can be a little bit tricky, can't they? Blackburn on the attack early here. Good tackle from Bellerin. Yeah, I mean, we haven't been as free scoring at the start of this season. I mean, some of that might be down to Aubameyang. Now, whether that's just he's not on form or we haven't created the same sort of chances for him. But I think after this time, many games last year, he had like 30 goals already. So just the fact that he's not quite on that same level of form is maybe hampering us a little bit. Looking apprehensive and nervous, which makes me think team talks need to be a little bit more go out there and have fun, boys. Pellegrini's on a booking, again apprehensive and nervous. I don't want to demand more for already looking apprehensive and nervous. Guendouzi, of course, in the team for Milinkovic-Savic, so maybe he's feeling the pressure of that. We're not doing well here though. We're really not. Let's get creative. Pellegrini's off. What a moron. Well, this isn't going well, is it? This is not going well. That makes life a little bit more difficult. So what we can do here... I want him to get the marking duties of the striker. Now, can we just pull him back? Or is he going to then lose those marking duties? He's going to lose those marking duties. Alright, I'm just going to play around with this, guys. Get us ready for the challenge of 10 men. And then we'll be back. Okay, here we go, back at it. Just basically, just going to play on the counter-attack, a little bit more solid defensively, hopefully. And then Mkhitaryan, of course, marking the left back if he gets forward, as we would have expected Pellegrini to do. Like I say, this makes it a little bit more difficult for us, though, doesn't it? 5 minutes to half-time. The first job here is obviously to get in at level terms. There's a good ball to the back post. Oh, Bellerin! We only need 10 men. Bellerin getting forward at the back post and gives us a... I wouldn't say a well-deserved lead, but we certainly played better with 10 men than we did with 11. That's really good stuff. Cracking ball from Xhaka, wasn't it, to find Tierney. Tierney takes on his man, beats his man, and then delivers a bit of a peach, wasn't it, to the back post, and Bellerin attacking the ball, no chance to the keeper, and that is 1-0 despite Pellegrini making life a little bit more difficult for us. Looking a little bit more confident there now, which is good to see as well. So there we go. If we can just get into half-time any second here now, we should be in. Really annoying, isn't it? I think there's been, 3 bookings in the game and 2 of them have gone to Pellegrini, so that's a little bit annoying. We do have David Bergkamp on the bench. I'm hoping to give him a run. That might prove a little bit more difficult now, but Blackburn haven't had a sniff. So that is positive. Now we're going to have to be, I think, a passionate with down a man, but we can get the result here. Some calm. What we're going to do here, I'm going to do some individual talks here, guys. Just try and pump them up a little bit, and then we'll come back for the second half. Okay, here we go. Off for the second half. Pellegrini's on his way to hospital. Had a word with him. The hairdryer treatment, you might call it. So, yeah, he's in the dressing room with his tail between his legs right now. But everybody else seemed to react relatively well to that team talk. Hopefully, if we can get a second goal here. Guendouzi! Ambitious, wasn't it? Very, very ambitious. Yeah, if we can get a second goal, then that makes life a lot more comfortable for us. Let's demand more. Yeah, I mean, it is just kind of a little bit about just trying to hang on now, isn't it? Guendouzi's looking nervous again, anxious. Set piece, Mkhitaryan, can he knock in a good ball? It's into the back post, it's good, it's off the bar, it's still there for Xhaka. Oh, eventually it gets turned in by Alexander Lacazette. That was absolute scrambles, wasn't it? But we got the result we wanted in the end. Who was it with that initial shot that came off the bar? That was a cracking header, this one. Socrates, was it? Yeah. And then just scrambles. Xhaka had to go. Looked like Socrates had a second crack at it before Lacazette eventually turned it home. Let's give them some praise for that. We might need to look at fresh legs perhaps here in a second. Who do we have on the bench? You know who we might bring on, actually? Oh, here's another chance. Can we do 3-0 down a man? That would be insane. Guendouzi? No. Are we going to get put on the counter-attack here? We have men back. That should be fine. Can we launch again? We might look Torreira, perhaps, for Granit Xhaka, because we will want, ideally, to play him in the Champions League. Oh, Mustafi's caught in possession there. Are we in a little bit of trouble here? Kind of taking the pace out of the attack there. Yeah, ideally we'd like Xhaka to play in the Champions League, so we might look to take him off for Torreira. Torreira is very, very capable. That's a decent effort, but always going over. So we might make that change, and then I might look as well, fresh legs up top. We might look to bring David Bergkamp on in just a second. Who did I bring? I put Butland on. What an idiot. Good thing I saw that before I hit confirm, wasn't it? I would have had Butland playing in midfield. Maybe it would have worked. Who knows? Now I'm really tempted to actually do it and see what would happen. Are we playing? We're playing wing backs, so we leave Tierney on. Alright, let's do this. Make cousin Dennis proud. Now he prefers an attacking advance forward. Yes, he does. Alright, let's see. Can we get a debut goal for Mr. David Bergkamp here? Let's give him some more praise. Here's a chance. It's Mkhitaryan on the ball. Mkhitaryan across to Guendouzi. Can he pick out a pass? Can he shoot? He goes wide for Bellerin. It's fallen there for Mkhitaryan! Oh, 3-0 despite being down a man. This has been a really, really good performance, hasn't it? A really good performance. We might even look at making our third sub now. I might bring Mings on for Tierney, I think. Try and save Tierney's legs just a little bit. We'll have a look maybe if there's a central defender that's tied, but we have relatively good depth at central defence. I feel like the drop-off between Tierney and the others is more... Actually, you know who needs a rest is Bellerin. So we'll bring Shafe on for him because we have... Semedo is still injured, so we really only have Bellerin. So in hindsight, I probably should have made that change earlier, but you live and learn on that one. But this has been, considering we've been down to 10 men for essentially, well, not quite the whole game, but certainly the whole second half. It's a little bit like Rangers, isn't it, the other night in the Europa League, down to 10 men, although I think our red card was very much deserved. And yeah, that's a really, really satisfying win. We'll tell them, I mean, we can only be really, really happy with that, can't we? That was really, really well done, boys. So 10 men Arsenal triumph against. I wouldn't say we triumph against the odds. I'd say we probably evened the odds right up. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna some fine him or anything. If it was a straight red card for something stupid, then fair enough. 2 yellow cards can happen. I don't want them not going into tackles because they fear a fine or whatever. So anyway, guys, that's the first game done. Wait right there. We'll be back for Inter Milan in the Champions League. Hi, I'm Charlie Braithwaite outside the Emirates Stadium, where despite being down to 10 men, the Arsenal still managed a convincing 3-0 win over some crappy team from Lancashire. Let's see what the fans have to say of that performance. The manager signed the lad, yeah? He's responsible for his actions, yeah? This is what you get when you sign trash from Europe, yeah? It was ill-discipline. And that comes from the manager. Exactly, from the top. We need to ask some serious questions about his methods and what he is showing these players in training. The players rescued the manager today. They're quality. The players are quality. Bellerin, quality. Socrates, quality. Mkhitaryan, quality. The manager, rubbish. He needs to get out of our club now. So there we have it. Despite being defending Premier League champions, the fans still not completely convinced by manager Aussie Villain. Really, Terry? Rubbish? I mean, that's a little bit harsh, isn't it? I've got to say. But welcome back, guys. We're about to hit the Champions League up, and we are hopefully going to get another 3 points against Inter Milan. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out, and it is all change. We've gone with change of formation. The scouts and the analysts say that this is a tactic that Inter Milan struggle against. They also struggle against it attacking, so it should be an open game. So it's Leno in goal, Tierney, Mustafi, Socrates, and Bellerin as a back four. Xhaka and Milinkovic-Savic, the dynamite duo in midfield again. Reece Nelson and Adobe, they're going to provide the width with Ozil and Aubameyang, hopefully, the goals. So, as expected, we're both lining up in the same formation. That's a good thing. That means the scouts kind of know what they're talking about. Let's hope that they are right on the front, that Inter Milan concede a lot of chances to this tactic. Let's see here. Old Norbert says we should do it for the fans. Really itchy nose for some reason. Then I guess we'll say we'll do it for the fans. I don't know what to say, though. We'll do it for the media. We'll do it for the media, because what motivates a player more than doing it for the media? So some calm faith for the players that haven't reacted well there. And then let's get on out there and see if we can really take a stranglehold on this group. Alright, here we go. Hopefully we'll have 11 men for the entire game this time. Let's see what we can do. A little bit, I couldn't decide who to play in the right wing, because Smith Rowe did so well for us there last season, but Reece Nelson is the better player at this point in time, so we've gone with him, but only just. I was tempted to play Pellegrini. It's because if we're going to play wingers, to get someone on the end of the crosses, but haven't really forgiven him for that double booking, and we have David Bergkamp on the bench, so we'll be fine, absolutely fine. Let's give this a get creative. Even game so far. It's sort of nothing less than we would have expected. We do kind of need to. It's a case of win our home games and when we're through. So that's a good ball. Oh, well defended. Are we going to get onto that? Socrates has done really well there as well. Milinkovic-Savic. He's still our top goal scorer, Milinkovic-Savic. He's had a cracking start to the year. He's on a run here too. Go on, Sergey. Oh, he's still there for him. On the follow-up. Oh, again. Third time's a charm. Milinkovic-Savic. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And that's what he's done. Third time was a charm, and he has eventually put us in the lead. That's his 8th goal of the season. He's at an Aubameyang style of rate here, isn't he, of goal scoring. But look, there's a cracking run. If he had put this in first time, it's a goal of the season contender. And as it is, I mean, you can't really say that's goal of the season, but the run up to it, just need to, I need to do some fancy editing, don't I? Just sort of chip out the bit in the middle and just have him scoring it. Looks like he's scoring it first time from a tighter angle. And Mesut Ozil is injured. Well, that's why we have Mkhitaryan on the bench. So that's fine in the sense that we have Mkhitaryan on the bench. Hopefully, that's not too serious. Potential thigh injury. I mean, what's a torn thigh muscle? That can be. Let's not speculate on that. But that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. We do, of course, have Reece Nelson as well, who can play there this season, so that all helps. That looked like a foul, didn't it? Surely, referee. So we have options, which is nice, but yeah, Ozil's just such class. Now, we're in a little bit of trouble here. It's a cracking finish. What that tells me instantly is that we might just need to just drop this line a little bit. I don't want to be too far back, but that was a little bit too easy, wasn't it, to get in behind us there? Yeah, I mean, it looked like a foul at the start, but it wasn't given. That's just a bit of a hoof between the two central defenders who are absolutely miles apart from each other. It's a really, really good finish, isn't it? It's a really good finish. We're defending with a little bit more width because they play wingers and they like to cross the ball in. Now that, that was... Oh, Milinkovic-Savic is on another run here. What can he do? What can he do? Can he get a ball into the back post? He does. It's there for Awobi. It's headed away. Back for Savic. He's surely offside. Hasn't been given. Nelson! Oh, straight back in your face into Milan. That is the lead restored. What did they score in the 25th minute? So, like 30 seconds. It's almost from the kickoff. Was it from the kickoff? Wasn't really paying that much attention to the start of the highlight, but that was instant. Absolutely instant. We've gone back. That's unlucky from Awobi. Milinkovic-Savic is a good leap. Headed down. Nelson turns, takes a touch, turns, and then fires it home. And that is, look at that, almost instantaneous. That's really, really good. All right, let's give them some encouragement here. Let's show some passion. Bellerin on a booking is a little bit nerve-wracking. Semedo is back from injury. It was too soon this game for him, but he is on his way back. Milinkovic-Savic again, he's on fire, this man. He's the best midfielder in the game, absolutely no doubt about that. Oh, did he get the keeper get a touch? I think he did. It's a corner. Milinkovic, he could be the best money we've ever spent. We've spent the best part of 100 million to get him. I think we spent over 100 million, and it's worth every penny, but it looks like it's a good claim from the keeper. Yeah, he's just absolutely on fire right now. Tierney with another corner here. That's a good one. It's in there for the Wobic. It's over. Oh, that was almost another goal for us. All right, highlight coming up here. Can we win this ball and go on the attack? Where is it? Tierney's there. It's easy for Tierney. Back to Mustafi. Back for Tierney. This is looking promising. Build it up, boys. Build it up. Tierney in. Look at this. First time passing. Mkhitaryan breezes past the first man. That's a good ball, isn't it, for Awobi? Can he pick out a man in the box? Can he pick a man out in the box? Awobi. Back post. It's coming in. Nelson! It's past the post. Oh, a third goal, and it would be almost celebration time, wouldn't it? But not quite there. We're playing well. Aubameyang, though, again, he's not at it this season like I mean, last season was quite incredible, wasn't it? To get 40 goals in a league season, or over 40 goals in a season. It wasn't a league season, sorry. It was over the season as a total. But that's Messi, Ronaldo-esque, isn't it? That was absolutely insane. And he's just not quite at that level yet. We might even consider having a word to him. Because we're not playing any different. We're playing essentially the same way that we were playing last time. I do wonder, I did look to go a little bit shorter on the passing. Now I wonder, given his pace, if we're maybe not doing him any favours on that sense. Alright, I think we've got to say, don't get complacent, think the job's done. I'll just do a few individual talks here, guys, for people that need to sort of buck up their ideas, and then we'll come back for the second half. Alright, no tactical changes. I am tempted to not counter press when we win the ball, but we'll keep going with that because we might, I thought Reece Nelson was going to get in there. I thought, we might be able to create ourselves a chance from doing that. We've dominated this game though. We don't deserve to be so close. It was just that one ball, but I think since we've been sitting a little bit deeper, that we haven't seen anything like that again. There's a good ball. Oh, Aubameyang hit the post. That's unlucky. That is really unlucky. Last year, you wonder if that was the sort of chance that was going in. Now I'm wondering if they've changed formation because Awobi is marking what I think is a centre-back. We'll just check when we sort of go off this screen just to see their positions down here, if they are still playing with fullbacks, not wingbacks. And again, it's just headed away. Milinkovic-Savic picks it up. He's everywhere. There's two of them, I'm sure of it. Can he get across in this time? Is that a foul? No. No, they are still playing the way we expect them to, so that's fine. Let's give them a demand more perhaps here. And the highlight begins. Can we win this ball, please? We've got men there. We should win that. We do. Mustafi, are we going to get the second ball? No. Nainggolan he's marked out as a dangerous player for them. He's a cracking player, isn't he, in real life? I love Nainggolan. Milinkovic-Savic on the ball again. Is it Milinkovic-Savic 1 or Milinkovic... Oh, that's not good. It must be Milinkovic-Savic 2. There's a good ball early for Aubameyang. Uses his pace. He gets in. They've got a man coming at the back post. Can he... Last year he was scoring those, wasn't he? And he did have Awobi getting forward there with him. You wonder if he just slowed up, he could have rolled it across to him. but let's not worry about that. You want him to take that shot, but you wonder if there was another option for him. Mustafi, I thought he was going to lose the ball there. We need to be scoring this third goal. We need to put this game to bed. Aubameyang's not having a good game. I wonder, is it a game for David Bergkamp? I really want him to get his first. I see Aubameyang now he's looking nervous. We're going to do an individual talk for him. We're going to try and encourage him. And then if this doesn't work, we might have to haul him off. I'll have a word to him after this game and just sort of put my arm around his shoulder and be like, oh, it's all right, brother. Tell you what, that was coming back from Nigel, wasn't it? Just see if we can get him back onto a little bit of form. Everybody else is playing well. So, I am wondering now if it is playing a shorter passing, if that's hurting him. Iwobi in there for Aubameyang. Have that, son. Have that. There it is. Oh, he's not out of form. That was just saving up his goal, wasn't he? That was a really, really good finish. Just pulled off into space, took the ball under his control, and then rolled it past the keeper. Have another look at this. It was really good movement. Watch this. He just pulls off. Right here. There he is there. Pulls back off the defender. Takes a touch. Rolls it past the keeper. That's a really, really good finish. That's what we've come to know and love from Aubameyang, isn't it? It was not offside. It was nowhere near, surely. That's not even close. I'm offended they even bothered showing a replay of that. Let's give them some praise. And it is now time for David Bergkamp. Of course, if you want to have an Academy product named after you as well, one of the regenerated names, just leave a comment or you can tweet me at Aussie Villain and we'll definitely look at getting that done for you. I should say too, if you are enjoying this, please do hit like. Don't be afraid to leave comments. All those sorts of interactions help people find the channel and it's greatly appreciated. And I love the interaction on the comments as well. So please don't be shy with that. And if you are new coming across the channel, make sure you subscribe and come back because as you can see, This was the other team that won their first game in the group, and they beat Sevilla 3-0, and we have absolutely torn them to shreds at our home ground. So this is 6 points from 6 in the group, 12 points and you're essentially through. So we need to win 2 of our last 4 games, and that's assuming that nobody else drops points. So you'd fancy us to be getting through the group. We couldn't have asked for a better start, really, could we? And then it's just a matter now of seeing how far we can get in the Champions League. Can we win it at the first attempt? That's a big ask. As good as, or tough as our group is, and as good as the teams that are in it, it's not. We haven't. I mean, the other Premier League teams are going to be tough. You've got, Real Madrid, your Barcelona's, your Bayern Munich's, PSG. So plenty of other big teams to face yet. But that said, you can only beat what's put in front of you, and we've beaten the teams put in front of us relatively well, I think, and that's a big result to a draw. So that really helps because that means they both drop points. And suddenly we're 5 points clear of making sure we qualify. So in the next game or two, we could actually guarantee ourselves our spot in the knockout round, which is nice. Now this Ozil injury, it's 2 months. It's 2 months for Mesut Ozil. Yeah, what do we say here? Just focus on your recovery, Mesut. There we go. Thank you, son. Yeah, so that means a lot more playing time for Mkhitaryan and Reece Nelson, and that that's okay because we do have some good strength in wide areas, so we can probably get away with that just about. But guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. No goals of the month. There's just the 2 goals that the goals we've got here. They're all sort of set pieces, scrappy goals, so nothing worth showing you there. We'll be back on Monday. Will be the next episode, and we'll be back for. Well, we'll show Sevilla in the Champions League and Spurs and North London derby. Who doesn't want to see that? And if we can, we beat them 5-0 last year, didn't we? And then, of course, we went to their home ground and won the Premier League in the return game. So we'll be returning to the scene of our glory last season. So that's all for Monday, guys. But until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.